Okay? Supplement number two. Supplement number two, you've got to start to take your daily doses of consistency. Being consistent with the hard work, you've got to develop the habits. Okay, you've got to develop the habits. When I was in barber school, before I got to barber school, I used to cut hair once a week, twice a week, maybe once every 2 weeks. I wasn't very consistent with cutting hair. I wasn't really cutting that much hair. Once I got to barber school and I had to cut on Monday, and I had to cut on Tuesday, and I had to cut on Wednesday, and I had to cut on Thursday, and I had to cut on Friday, and I had to cut on Saturday, and I had to cut on Sunday. Once I had to begin to cut hair 7 days a week, all of a sudden, my hand got sharper. My cuts were looking great. I was able to cut guys in a much less time. Why? Because I was consistent and I was developing habits and I was getting better at my skill. Repetition is the master of skill, but you got to be consistent with performing those reps. You want to perform better in the squat, be a better squatter. Well, you've got to consistently squat. You want to be a better deadlifter. You've got to consistently deadlift. You want to be a better sprinter. You've got to consistently sprint. You've got to do things consistently to get great at them. Consistency. You want to build your body. You can't train 2 days, 1 week, 0 days the next, 4 days the next, 0 days the next. That's inconsistent. And it's not going to allow you to change your body. If you're really committed to the process and you really want to change your body, then you've got to be consistent. I need a consistent 3 days. I need a consistent 4 days. I need a consistent 5 days. You can't get the results that requires 5 days in just 1 or 2 days a week. It's not going to happen. You've got to be consistent. You got to be consistently pushing yourself and searching for progress and adding more weight and doing more reps and getting uncomfortable. You have to be consistent with your training. And this also applies to the table. You got to be consistent with how you eat. You just can't eat whatever you want to eat and expect to look like Adonis. It doesn't go down like that. There's a way you've got to eat. You've got to eat properly. The right carbs, protein, the right fats. It can't just be whatever you want to do whenever you want to do it. That's not how the game works. You've got to commit and be consistent with how you eat, okay? I'm consistent with how I eat. It's the same pre-workout meals, the same post-workout meals. It's just the consistency and the repetition, and it has allowed me to grow from a 135-pound scarecrow in college to a 171-pound fitness professional. That's what it takes. The consistency.